And there you see the eclipse is underway in Iceland, and a clear view there. The fear was in many parts of Iceland, however, that it wouldn't be so clearly visible, but that is a wonderful shot as the moon just begins to edge in front of the sun in Iceland. This is Stavanger in Norway, and you can see the moon is inching across, and we're told that by 7 p.m. in Norway, that will be pretty much an 85% eclipse, so a partial eclipse in Norway that is well underway.
Oh, it's getting so close, and we are
happening very quickly, doesn't it?
We are close, and that's just the motion of the moon around the Earth. Isn't that beautiful to watch in real time, Mark?
I'm just going to put my glasses on and have a look up, and I can absolutely confirm that we are seeing there the first bite into the sun. I can clearly see the moon in that bottom corner biting into the sun. Bang on time, as we thought, 6:18 at the start of this partial solar eclipse.
Hello everybody in Ireland, hello. I just wonder, where are you? Where are you? What are you talking about? And what can you see outside?
What are we talking about and what can we see outside? We're on our safety briefing, Mark, and we're just about to go outside to the car park in the centre of the town. We decided to bring the eclipse to the town. So everyone in this room has a pair of eclipse glasses. We have an astronomer over in the car park, Brendan Owens, who used to work at Greenwich Observatory. And I'll be going around showing people, you know, exactly what's happening with the eclipse. And we'll have other people join us, and we're all going to share our eclipse glasses. We're so excited, aren't we? Yeah!
Iceland, not far off now, sort of 14, 15 minutes from totality.
If I put on my glasses, Mark, I can confirm that it has started. I can just see a tip of the moon now coming across the sun. So it has started here at 8:31, so less than an hour's time. What's that? Try and do my maths quickly. About 56 minutes from now, we will have a total eclipse. 90 seconds it will last for here in Mallorca.
It is a once-in-a-lifetime event, and look, that's the eclipse is getting darker and darker. And what will be happening in Iceland at the moment? Well, it will feel like it's nighttime, and soon enough they'll be able to see the stars in their daytime sky, yes, just because the entire light of the sun has been blocked out by the moon.
So now look here, this is the corona beginning, isn't it?
Fantastic.
This is spectacular.
So people call this a diamond ring. You just get this bright. Now at this point in Iceland, they can take off their eclipse protection, and gosh, can you see the prominence there in the bottom left-hand corner? So that's a shoot of plasma coming out of the surface of the sun. Oh, how marvellous is that, Mark? Gosh, look at that. It must be so magical. I wish we were there. Maybe we should have done this gig in Iceland.
I'm surprised you didn't go. But listen, we're very glad you're here.
Gosh, look, Mark, it's gone completely dark now in Iceland.
Yeah.
They'll be starting to see the stars. Some of the planets are up at the moment as well, so they'll be able to see them.
Yes, well, I was going to say, let's just stop and enjoy the picture, but it is, well, it's stunningly dark, isn't it?
And here comes the limb of the sun now coming out on the other side. It's a very quick total eclipse, this one. So it's just a couple of minutes long, and here the sun starts coming back out again.
Right, this is a different picture now. This is a picture from another broadcaster in Iceland. This is in Reykjavik, shot from the ground, and it's the light kind of slowly returning, as you can see there. People looking in wonder and in awe at that shot that we're showing there now. That pretty much halfway across, would you say now?
Yeah, almost. It's just spectacular, Mark. And it's sort of seeing the moon in a different way. You know, we're used to seeing the moon in our night sky and in our daytime sky, but we can never see a new moon because it's not reflecting any light. So the only way to really see where a new moon is during a partial eclipse like this, and there it is, right in front of the sun.
Up to Bath and speak to Simon Holbeck, who is chair of the Bath Astronomers. Good evening, Simon, and give us a sense of what you can see where you are.
Oh, it's amazing. Well, we've got a bit of a party atmosphere going on here. 100 or so people having their picnics, and we've got about 15 or so solar telescopes. Everyone's been issued with their eclipse glasses. And so, yeah, everyone's watching this spectacle of someone's nicking the sun. The celestial dragon is eating the sun today.
You can feel it already. What are we about? Half of the sun, more than that now, being covered by the moon. And you can tell down here that it's already getting a little bit quieter. It's definitely getting a little bit darker, and people are getting really excited. We are with a big group of families who've come down from South Yorkshire and North Derbyshire.
It feels really weird because it's getting darker, and I haven't really seen this that much.
Amazing. Well, look, we're nearly there at that moment when the whole sun, nearly the whole sun, is going to be covered. Jasper, we'll take your glasses off for a moment. How are you feeling about it? What do you make of it? It's incredible to see, isn't it?
Yes, it is very incredible.
What do you make of it? How are you feeling?
Excited because it's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It is, isn't it? Rory and Fionn over here. Obviously, this is the first time. It's 27 years ago, so long before you guys were born, that we had such a significant eclipse. What are you making of it, Rory?
Well, I mean, I'm just excited to see it because it's the first time I've ever seen it, so I'm just really excited.
Yeah, and Fionn?
I'm really excited to see what all the animals do because I think they're all going to go crazy and see. I'm really excited to see if it goes all cold and not as hot as it was today.
It is getting cooler.
By the minute.
The surfers are all out in the ocean as well, watching from their vantage point on their surfboards. Yeah. It's a real party atmosphere, actually.
It really is. It's quite spectacular, isn't it?
I know. I'm lost for words, actually, Mark, because the
Astronomer Royal of Scotland is lost for words. You're literally here to speak.
I know, sorry. I'm supposed to be focusing on you, Mark, and I'm so excited about the question.
I'm getting quite emotional. I mean,
I don't know. It's so beautiful seeing that motion in real time and knowing. So I've got this picture in my mind of the solar system, Mark, the Earth, the moon, the sun, all in a line, and it's not just planet Earth. It's you and me right here in that line with the moon and the sun, and the distances are so great, and the sun is so large.
Yeah.
You know, 400 times bigger than the moon, but 400 times further away, and just seeing this all in real time in the most amazing party atmosphere. Well done, Yuki. Our sun is just one star in over 100 billion stars that make up our own Milky Way galaxy. And to think about the planets that are orbiting those stars, and maybe who could be there looking at eclipses on their own planets. Crowds are cheering.
it's going to brighten up soon, Dan.
It is. I think you can actually feel it starting just to brighten up. What an incredible moment. And the whole beach just erupted. It was a real emotive moment. People were cheering as it really fell dark. You could see now the shadows are still here. What did you think of that?
It was really cool. I loved it. I thought it was going to be not really like what I was thinking, but it was so much cooler than I thought.
What did you notice about it?
I noticed that it got all darker, and then now there's still some shadows of it, and all the birds went a bit fast. I think they got a bit scared.
Did they?
Yeah.
But you loved it?
Yeah, I loved it.
They were whooping, people started to sing, and we had those 2 or 3 minutes there of almost eeriness, of coolness, of emotion that you could really feel on the beach. And then it was like a dawn. as the moon passed further on and that light started to come round that crest on the other side of the sun. And what a magical moment for us all to experience.
Alistair Bunkle, who is in Mallorca, on the beach there in Palma, and well, there we are.
Look how dark it is.
That suggests that, Alistair, you are very close to a total eclipse.
Yeah, I reckon 4 or 5 minutes away, Mark. It's, I mean, you've just experienced it. It's so hard to sort of describe because, given the time of the day, on the one hand, you sort of mentally are expecting a sunset. And I think about half an hour ago, that's kind of how it felt. But now it's totally different. You kind of know that it should be light still, but it's not. And the sort of the darkness that is, you know, almost creeping in every 10, 20 seconds or so just has a slightly eerie feel to it. The temperature's definitely dropped a lot as well. People are watching it from wherever they can do. Of course, most people are here on the beach. They've got their spots for the last couple of hours. People are up on rooftops as well, and some of the hotels around here. Great spot to watch it from.
Let's just stop and watch as we approach a total eclipse in Villa Libardo in Spain. Yeah, that is absolutely stunning and also historic. The first total eclipse in Spain for 120 years. I think the last one, 1905.
So the one next year in 2027 is going to be a full 7 minutes of totality.
There we are. These are live pictures from Spain, and we've been talking about the corona all evening. Well, there it is.
Magical, isn't it?
We have totality now, and an event that is old as the planet itself. You can also see the modernity of the lights of camera phones as everybody can now remove their glasses and look at that spectacular image and capture it for themselves on their phones. And we are in total darkness, almost. There's just the faintest of glow. Oh, I mean, I don't have the words for this. I've seen a lot in this job, but this I will remember. This is quite extraordinary. The moment that the moon passed right in front of the sun, there was a huge cheer here on the beach, and some people are up dancing. Everybody's got to their feet, and you can just see the rays. You can see the rays of the sun now just eking out from around the moon, and we've got this for about 90 seconds, probably for about another 45 seconds or so. Oh, and it's just starting to appear now, that bright glow. It looks like the moon is on fire. It looks like it's burning up as the sun starts to come back into vision. One of the last places in the world to see this total eclipse. One of the best places in the world to see this total eclipse. And for 90 seconds, we had totality. The beach went into darkness. The temperature dropped. I can see seagulls have landed on the water, tricked into thinking that it was dusk. It will be dusk in a few minutes from now. For a bit, it felt like a normal sunset, but the closer it got to totality, it had that very definite, eerie indescribable feeling of a total eclipse. As the moon moved in front of the sun, people removed their glasses, took photographs on their camera phones, screamed, cheered, some danced. And now, as the moon is moving in the other direction of the sun, you can see it is starting the sun to set behind the mountains. It is now just gone 8:35 here in Mallorca. Sunset is at 8:49. And we have the privilege of this double sunset, the privilege of being able to see a total eclipse, this rare phenomenon.
I'm actually feeling a bit sad now, Mark, because it's over. The fun's over. Oh, it was just, I mean, you see the pictures on the TV and books, and but to actually be here and experience it. So thank you so much for flying me down from Scotland. It's just been an absolutely spectacular evening in the most gorgeous location, and to see when it got to that tiny crescent sun and watching it shift from sort of left over to right as the moon moved across very gently. It was absolutely beautiful to see that, and so I'm a bit glum now. I have to wait a whole other year before the next one.
You need to go and see this total eclipse. I think you need to tick that box. And Claire, you were just saying to me earlier you wanted to talk a bit more about the weather, the space weather, and how all this relates to that.
Yes, so I'm not sure what answers you got from the other physicist in NASA, but I hope she was kind of like repeating some things I already started saying. What I wanted to say about space weather is the impact is something that you also can see in the sky, and it's known as the aurora. And in 2024, 11th of May, or around that time, we had a big coronal mass ejection, and it created a big geometric storm. And actually, we had auroras in Devon, which, aurora, you associate auroras with the polar cap, or you have to go north, Finland, Norway. No, it was here in Devon, or everywhere in the UK as well, but there were lots of pictures taken by people. And this is, again, we come back to this idea of how unique it is. It's from your perspective, from your own eyes, and you're able to see these beautiful, colors. So, yeah, that is one aspect that is known from the impact of the solar wind on our metaspheric environment.
Yeah. And Catherine, this whole thing about this alignment and watching this happen, you do get a real sense of the size of space and your place in space and your place in the universe, and it's a pretty small one. In the grand scheme of things, we're really quite insignificant. but the joy of being able to be here and witness that. For me, it was just that slow motion of the moon that really struck me, and sort of that's the physical motion of the moon around us on planet Earth, and we see that night after night. The shape of the moon changes because we're seeing different parts of it being illuminated by the sun. So you do see that change night after night, but to see it sort of actually happening right there over the course of 2 hours. Whenever I wasn't talking to you, Mark, I was just sat here with my Eclipse glasses on, staring up at the sky. Yeah, I'm just looking back because there's just a tiny cloud now just across, and if we look at the picture that we were just looking at of the sun on Newquay, if we can get that back, that's all it would have see there. That's all it would have taken to completely reduce the impact of the moment. Yeah.
Clouds are a major problem for all astronomers, and that's why we often like to send our telescopes up into space, or indeed the NASA project that you were talking to, getting above the clouds. But yes, it's just as well they've only arrived now.
Look at that. So now that is quite some picture from Portugal, because that is what I assume is, it's sunset and the eclipse not quite over. So what a lovely shot that is. And I'm not sure in Portugal what the extent of the partial eclipse was, but that is, well, it's another one of these extraordinary images that we've seen for much of the evening.
And you're seeing that sun sort of set in real time there, Mark, you know, as it's getting closer and closer to the centre of the wind turbines. And what you're seeing there is the motion of the Earth turning. That's what's causing the sun to set. It's just the motion of that, the spin of the Earth.
Let's bring in Josh Jury now, a British astrophotographer who is on the island of Menorca. And Josh, welcome to the programme. And being so close to Mallorca, I gather, we've seen the pictures there, I gather you must have got some quite brilliant images as well.
Yes, I did, and thank you very much for having me. Wasn't it incredible to see day to turn to night for just a matter of seconds? And what has made it more special for me for this experience here in Menorca is that an eclipse of this scale has not been seen in 487 years. So I've had the immense privilege, literally just under an hour ago, to capture the image featured.
And just describe the pictures that you were able to get.
So very low down on the horizon, a totally eclipsed sun, and you can see the moon's shadow up there in the atmosphere, captured over one of the ancient Taola, which is a primitive ancient site to Menorca.
Right, and just talk to me about the problems for someone like you and working, and how, because you will spend presumably quite a lot of time looking at the sun, but you have all the right solar filters and so forth. I mean, just talk to us a bit about that.
It was an interesting one this time around because we were going towards sunset, so the lighting conditions were changing all of the time. But in the end, when that light was just getting enough and you could safely remove your safety filter and we're reaching 99% coverage, that sight towards sundown was just fantastic. It really was.
And was it as impressive as you hoped it would be? Because everybody was, well, I mean, everybody knew that Spain was going to be spectacular once they knew that the weather was going to be good.
It was phenomenal. It's been an improving picture over these past few days, and especially with that historical connection and my own personal connection to Menorca, it was a real privilege to see, let alone photograph.
We had that build-up and then the excitement of what happened here, and then those amazing scenes, really. I think those were the scenes of the night, weren't they, in Spain? And Alistair Bunkle, lucky enough to be there. But what are your feelings after? Yeah, you start.
I'm thinking what you've done, I want to say, is amazing because you brought so many people together through your coverage. And you can see that, you know, there are no boundaries. This is happening, you know, it's across all these different countries. And it just shows that you bring all sorts of people together. You can see, you know, the crowds here.
Well, it's nice of you to say. I mean, it's kind of what we do. It's a news event, I
yes,
suppose.
of course. But I see it, you know, in
well, that's kind.
It's much more. You live it, you know. So that's my impression.
Well, I have to say, from my perspective, it's a really nice assignment because, well, for one, it's not a war zone, and it's been quite spectacular. I just really have found it spectacular. And the partial eclipse here was so close, it seemed to me, to being a total eclipse. What are your thoughts?
So dark, didn't it? I was actually a bit surprised how dark it got. And I know it should have got dark, but I think what I like about these events is, you know, as a society, we've become so segregated. We've all got our own devices, haven't we? We're all watching different things now on our different devices. And when an event like this happens, it just brings everyone together. You know, it's happening right here, right now, above your heads. And, you know, as the Astronomer Royal for Scotland, one of my roles is to encourage people to look up. You know, to encourage people to just look up and look at what's out there. And when you have a spectacular event like this and wonderful coverage like this, you know, it just will encourage more people to look up.